Guys, welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about some morning work. Independent work is what we call it. We use both. I wanted to share with you guys what the kids do, why I have implemented this, and how it just really helps us get a little bit of school in every day, even if we have a very chill school day. It also helps the kids form like healthy coping skills and habits like reading and writing in a more natural way, as opposed to, you know, write this essay or read this, study this kind of thing, you know? So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. Okay, let's start. So the first thing that we do every school day, 4 days a week, 15 minutes of independent reading. So my kids started to independently read, I want to say maybe full on like chapter books and everything. I would say like maybe second grade, end of first grade. My two older third and fourth graders have very different tastes. One of them is more like, they like more fiction, and the other one likes more nonfiction. So they keep me on my toes, you know, they keep things interesting. Most of the time, rotate library books these days. I haven't bought a whole ton for our home library. I wanted to keep a lot of the chapter books and the books that I did have more on that lower age group to like maybe second grade, maybe third grade a little bit. But now that they're getting into other levels of reading, I want them to explore different genres. That's why I love taking them to the library so that they can look around, grab a couple of chapter books and kind of feel and see what they like. So I don't really have a like, oh, it has to be a chapter book. I am happy with them reading anything. So even if they are reading a book about horses, how to train dogs, they're not necessarily chapter books or novels, I'm cool with that. The second thing that we do for morning work is journaling. So mainly a gratitude journal. Now they have requested a morning journal and an evening journal. So the morning journal, it's a part of the morning work, and it is a gratitude journal. So it has short prompts and different things that will help them journal. Like it's a guided journal. This is the journal right here, and everything I mentioned you guys can find in my Amazon storefront. I'll probably just put all of these in a morning work file on there so you can find it easier, just because yeah, these are specific to like morning work, and we talk a lot about morning work and switch things out. So as we use things, I'll throw them in that folder. But these are new. This is the first time that we've used these. This is a Empowering Journal for Girls by Pragya Tomar, and they love doing these. They're very interactive. They have different things. They can draw, they can color. So as they've gotten older, they have really appreciated having a journal. Like starts their day off on a good note, you know? So this is the current gratitude journal. We have done before where I would write a prompt on the board, something silly, something funny, something to make them think, and I would just write it on the board, and that would be their prompt for the day, and then they would write it in just a notebook that we had that on the outside it just said morning journal, and that was it. So you can literally start like that. You don't have to order something specific. You can go on Pinterest. I used to go on Pinterest and look up writing prompts for kids, writing prompts for girls, like things like that. So you can definitely implement a morning journal with some writing prompts right away. So yeah, but then now that they're in third and fourth grade, they're enjoying this. This is the current book that my third grader is reading, The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. There's like 4 of these. This is the first book, and then my fourth grader has already read the first, the second, and I think she's on the third book. But yeah, these are pretty cool. They like these. Everything else is different depending on what the kids want to do. They like doing cursive, and they also have done math warm-ups and stuff like that. So right now, currently, they're each doing different cursive workbooks. So this is my third graders. I got her this cursive handwriting workbook for kids. Really cute, like interactive, has different things to keep them interested. My fourth grader chose a joke book, cursive handwriting book. So there's different styles. Like I said, I'll link all of the ones. This is just the one my third grader uses. I'll also link the joke book one. So depending on your kid, depending on what they like, you know, there's something for everyone. And lastly, we are also currently doing a little bit of math in the mornings. So I started to just give them 5 multiplication problems, and they're double-sided, so it's technically 10, and they will study these for morning work, and then on Fridays we'll do one last quiz and then switch out whatever cards that they got right and leave in the ones that they still got incorrect. So that's been fun for them. They've been really brushing up on their multiplication. It's just, you know, because sometimes with Singapore, like, we're doing certain things that we're not practicing, like just basic multiplication and like division problems, and then so they start to like get brain farts. So I think this is nice and helpful to keep them fresh. So I like that it is independent, it's self-driven, and sometimes if, let's say, someone invites us to go do something, a little bit easier for me to say, you know what, yeah, let's go have this experience. You guys already did some math, some handwriting, some journaling, like writing, and some reading for the day. And yeah, we might not get to the rest of the subjects or maybe that art activity, but you know, we're doing something else. Or if something comes up and one of the kids isn't feeling that well, or I'm not feeling that well, or we have an appointment that suddenly came up, they can do these 4 things all on their own without assistance, and I feel like they are getting a little bit of something as opposed to like me feeling like, oh man, like it was a wasted day kind of thing. Also, I really like that it helps them develop like a healthy coping skill with the journaling in the morning. They also journal in the evening so they can kind of reflect, like set intentions for the day in the morning and then reflect at the end of the day. So I really like that they are naturally developing this kind of flow to the journaling. So I feel like that is a healthy coping skill that they can take on until adulthood. And the reading as well, just taking some time to enjoy a book and, you know, have some quiet reading time can also be something that they can take into adulthood, you know. So the extra stuff is also stuff that they choose. I do have them do like at least one more other thing on top of the journaling and the reading. Sometimes do they finish their cursive workbook and I just haven't gotten a chance to order them a new one, or maybe the school year's almost over and all they do is journaling and reading. Yes, that has happened before. Or they start kind of slack on doing something, the cursive or whatever, and I'll come to them like, hey, like what's going on? Like they'll say like, oh well, yeah, it's been kind of boring. I'm like, okay, well look, how about once you're done with the book, we'll take a break from cursive and we'll do something else, or we'll get you a different book, or you know. And I try to collaborate with them and let them know like, hey, if like you're ever feeling like something is not benefiting you, or you feel like you're getting bored of something, just come to me and we can figure it out. So I like to have those kind of open door policy conversations with them, just so that they know that I'm not here to just make them do things. Like everything has a purpose in a way. So, and also I want them to enjoy the things that they do as well. You know, there are definitely some non-negotiable things that they can't just tell me, oh, I don't feel like doing this or that, and they just don't do it. No, but I also like to have that conversation with them so that they can reflect on maybe why they don't want to do something. Just remember that you don't need to have like the special journals, the special things to implement morning work. Just find what works for you and what your kids enjoy doing and what helps them learn in the process, right? Like even if it's a game, but they're learning something, that's already a win. So find what works for you and do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.